Absolutely. Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is the Painful Excellence Podcast. Smash the like button on the way in. We are about to discuss a serious double standard. That seems to be the flavor of the, I'm not even going to say flavor of the month. I'm going to say flavor of the lifetime. I'm going to point out some things. See what we got in the building. Ancestral Rage, Ratchet since 91, Shower Allah, salute sis. Rod Neal, DS, Woke, Mr. Shelton, Josh, Jared, what up? Jay, Philip D, salute. The Village Brother in the building, Ryan Wright, Love is the Word. My brother Jeff Spark, salute. Xavier Coleman, salute. Love is the Word, the beautiful Love is the Word, salute. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. So, well, I was just looking for answers. I was looking for clarity on certain things. Night Train, salute. The generals in the building, salute. I was looking for clarity on certain things. And I gotta tell you, I'm amazed at what I found. But then when I thought about it, I said, I'm not really that amazed. Big Block, salute. Listen, James Brown did a song, I want to say in the 60s. It was called This Is a Man's World. Scratch that song, it's over. Nope. Big Joe Townsend in the building. It's not our world anymore, man. It's a female's world. It's whatever they say. It's whatever they allege. Ask Bill Cosby. It's whatever they allege. Okay? Now, there's been a major uproar about the men leaving the country. Listen very carefully. Men leaving the country to find wives, to find love, to find cooperative women. And magically, when those men quietly left to do that, somehow the women stuck their nose in their business and it became a thing. It became a thing that they hated. And I was just wondering, I said, why are the women so mad at men for looking for wives in other parts of the world when these are the men that they said they didn't want in the first damn place? So I said, what the hell's going on? And then I was listening to the things that some of the women were saying. Now, I could go to men as a whole, but you know what I'll do? I'll just keep it on black men. I'll keep it on black men. When the lames and the nerds and the dudes that couldn't get no tail in school or whatever the excuse the women said that the men were leaving to do this for. These are the men that you would allow buy a drink. You wouldn't even dance with them. Macados, Mac of the South, salute. These are the men that you would waste their 8-8 Sports Soap, salute. You would waste their resources. Friday night, you will allow them to take you out, wine, dine, maybe a peck on the cheek or a hug. And you know damn well there's no chance of just sleeping with that man, that you are entertaining that man, but you will allow him to take you out multiple times. You know his mind is somewhere else. He wants to court you. He's trying to court you and being a gentleman. And although that is not in your mind with that man, you will allow him to exhaust his resources because it's a free meal and it's a free ride and he's paying. So when these men discovered, hey man, I ain't got to put up with this. There are women in other countries that see value in me. Now they're leaving and these same women have a problem with it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And what I've been seeing are these women, and I'm just going to keep it on in our culture, these black women attacking these, what they call passport bros. And they've put out lies. They put out, Jason, what up? They put out lies about these men. They said they're pedophiles. They said they can't handle a strong black woman. They've labeled them as going on these sex tours. And they're going to these countries and for getting with these, they go to these countries for weak-minded, third world women that live in these countries, and they're basically saying that they're going over there and taking advantage of women that don't know any better. Now, this is going to be a two-part show, but I'll just say this. Over the last 3 weeks or so, there's been things popping up on TikTok. People are sending me stuff. Brothers, let me be very clear. And this is going to be the next show. This is probably going to be Friday's show. Don't get involved in this shit. What do I mean? These women from these other countries, they're clapping back at these girls, man, these black American women. There's black American women talking about, oh, they're going over there and these women are not educated and a lot of them are underage and, you know, they can't think for themselves. Yo, listen, those women, those people in those third world countries, they make our cell phones. They're every bit as educated as you black women are, as you claim y'all are. The difference is they're married at a higher rate. The difference is they see value in black men. It's a big difference, man. And they're clapping back on social media. Brothers, stay out of that. Those are women fighting. Do not be Captain Saberho, because you're going to hear a lot of funny things that they're saying. They're clapping back at those BBLs. They're clapping back at those funny wigs and weaves that they're wearing. They're clapping back at their weight. And I'm listening to it like, wow. These are all things that I've asked, it's a phenomenal Mexican salute, that I've asked our black sisters to get it together. Their weight, the funny colors in their hair, and all the little stuff. I said, oh my God. Now the Filipinos are on it. They're clapping back. I saw this one lady on there talking about, yeah, you know, you got your hair, but guess what? That's my hair. You're running around with my hair. That's not your hair. I was like, oh my God. You might not like the messengers. Brothers, stay out of that. Let these sisters handle it. They don't need us anyway. 2 decades of calling us scrubs and we ain't shit and all that. Now listen, I'm married. I lucked out. I count my blessings every day. But God damn it, not everyone's as fortunate as me. Maybe 78. That's about it. I got nephews, I got little cousins, and they coming in of age and they ask me questions. And I only know one way to tell them, and that's the truth. But brothers, you're going to see a lot of stuff. Don't get involved, man. Because it's everything that myself says on this show, Dr. Mark, Kevin Samuels, they ain't like the message. But now you got, because you know what happened? While they firing on us, and I'm talking about men, because I'm an advocate for men. While they firing on us for trying to procreate and carry on our line, not going down there on hoe trips. While they firing shots on us, they disrespected the women in these other countries. And guess what? It's not only the Philippines and Thailand and China, wherever these men are going. It's Africa also. The countries in Africa, they're clapping back at these African Americans. Brothers, stay out of that. Do not get involved. You know why? Who's that brother? His last name is Houston, or his first name is Houston. He's a passport bro, the brother that went to Brazil. He took one feminist. He interviewed these women on the beach, and this was bringing me to this picture right here. That young brother interviewed these 2 Brazilian women on the beach who so happened to be white Brazilians. And long story short, he asked them very basic questions. Would you kiss me on the first date if I liked you? Would you sleep with a man on the first date if I liked him? It was like a 5-minute quick interview or whatever. He says, yeah, you know, it's easier down here. This feminist took it as him saying Brazilian women are just easy. 502 King, salute. He didn't mean that. He didn't mean it like that. He was saying that these women that are not in America are more agreeable. They're easier to speak to. There's less games out there. Austin Hollander, that's him. Philip D, thank you. And he had to cut his trip about a week short because he was getting death threats. How dare you say our women are easy? He wasn't saying that. But this brings me to this picture because I also came across a whole YouTube channel And I didn't want to rip the audio because, you know, you got to go fair use. I just didn't want to do it. But last year, it was white people doing the same thing that Austin was doing. Asking the same questions in a longer period of time. Not one time did that, and this is a black feminist, by the way, down there in Brazil, that did that. She didn't call for arms on those white boys. And this ain't them in particular. I just pulled this picture because they get greeted with open arms. There's a racial element in Brazil. Reset Common Sense, salute. There's a racial element in Brazil if you don't know. I've heard about it. I know a Brazilian up here. She told me. There's colorism down there too. Like in the Dominican Republic, I know about that too. She wouldn't dare call for arms on these two white guys. She wouldn't dare do it. But this brother gets on there, just had a conversation on the beach. He had to cut his damn vacation short. And let me tell you what Brazil did. There's a lot of Americans that go there and drop a bag over there. Just a vacation. They lost millions because of that one incident. So you got the feminist hyena to thank for that. But my point is, these women that are attacking the passport bros for doing things that, let me be very clear. Everyone knows about the DR trips. Well, I'm from New York. There's a lot of brothers that, you know, I started hearing about that in the early 2000s. Brothers getting together and going down to DR and getting like a villa, and they run around town with the girls. And it's cheap money. They don't spend nothing, but they don't spend all but $100 down there, and they get all kinds of stuff. Jamel, what up? I don't get down like that. You understand? Oh yeah, I know about that, Philip D. Try to get her arrested, man. I mean, come on, man. And I bet you, you know, if we do some homework on her, she got some skeletons in her closet too. Oh, Reset Common Sense, I heard that. They got a huge thing with colorism down there. Huge thing. If Austin was a white boy, blonde hair and blue eyes, it wouldn't have bothered him. I promise you they wouldn't have did that. Now, my thing is this. There are men that go on, they get with the boys and they travel out of town and, you know, they hook up with chicks. That's been going on for years. Ricky, what up? Oh yeah, you're right. Night Train, I heard about that. I didn't watch it though. That's been going on for years. The problem emerged when these lames that can't find a date, can't find a woman that just doesn't want to use up his resources. When they're going out of the country to find wives, not just to hook up, to find wives. Because let me be very clear. If a dude want to hook up, all he gotta do is call the general. Am I line 78? If you still in the chat, just call the general. You can get laid. These dudes want wives, and they feel that they can't find it here. So they're leaving and coming back with wives. Or they're leaving, and if their job is, you know, techie, they can relocate in another country. That's what's been going on. And it seems like these sisters are mad because their fallback plans are leaving. Oh, I'm gonna deal with this dude, that dude, and you know what? If it don't work out, he'll be there. And by the time they're 35, 36 years old, they done went crashing through the wall. They got brick marks all over their face. And a kid later, now they're ready to get married with the responsible dude that was trying to court them for the last 7 years? No, thank you. These dudes ain't waiting no more. They figured out that they ain't gotta stay. So it's not about getting pussy. Fern, what up? Soul Power, salute. What up? They can get laid there in Milwaukee, just hit up the general. I'm sure he got some stuff in that phone he can get you. That's not the case. That's not what these cats is doing. These dudes are trying to procreate and extend their bloodline. And unfortunately, they're not seeing any agreeable women. A lot of these modern women don't even know how to cook. They know Uber Eats. It's a train wreck. So what I've learned is that these women, they're accusing these dudes of doing what they've been doing for years. And all of these things have been coming about. The evidence has been coming about. Now, these two white guys, I have no idea who they are. And I think this was in Brazil. I took this picture from somewhere. I think it said Brazil. But do you think that they did not slam a few things down there? Of course they did. But let's do this. Let's do this. Brazil, thank you. Top sex tourism destination worldwide, best countries for sex tourism. All right, we all know what it is, and it says Brazil. Now here's why I went to this. Sex tourism, you see all these women here. You see 5 women, and in the middle, 2 white boys. Did that feminist flag this article? I'm asking for a friend. Did she find these white boys and get them thrown out the country, wherever they're from? They could be from New York or Paris. You don't know. But these dudes going to countries to getting their uck on, it's not new. Let's read this. Brazil's beauty attracts honeymooners, soccer fans, and carnival goers. It's considered a party-centric tourist stop, but most people don't know prostitution is legal in Brazil. Let's stop right there. LeRon, what up? Broken Traditions in the building, Detroit, BC. It just said prostitution is legal there. So why would that feminist broad get mad, even if that dude was, being silly? If Mr. Houston was being silly and talking silly to some women on the beach. This is y'all culture. I'm sorry, not culture. This is y'all law. You can legally sell some hey nano nano. Legally, and you can't get in trouble. There it is. But that brother had to cut his vacation about a week short from death threats because he interviewed 2 white Brazilians on a beach. Let's go back to it. Let's look. Rio sex tourism can be found in Copacabana and Villa Mimosa areas. You can easily fill your time going to pretty beaches and others gorgeous visas. Places to visit: Sao Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Brasilia, Salvador. Things to do: beach hopping, hang gliding, safari panta. Okay, listen. Then they go to the Philippines and all this other stuff. Okay, this is if you want to go knock it down. All right, you see all of this? This is if you want to go knock it down. I understand. But here's the funny part. Theo Coop, the Do Better podcast, my brother, salute. Oh yeah, Germany's on that list, Night Train, but I showed you that because now we're gonna go here. Female sex tourism is on the rise, and black women do it too.
Whoa! That's kind of pretty before it gets started. Oh, froggy when courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when courting, he did ride Crambo.
What? You heard me. It's the article right there. There you go. Oh, my bad. What is this? Salute to my brother LeRon. in that Cash App. Much love and appreciation. She said, glad you cooking on this tonight, man. I'm on a job, brother. I'm on a job. Thank you in the Cash App, bro. I'm on a job because if we do not talk about this in over exaggeration or a flat out lie, unchecked becomes the truth. An over exaggeration or a flat out lie that goes unchecked becomes the truth. There's only so much you're gonna ignore. You understand? So this is the type of time we on. So let's look at this. This was written by Yana. This was April 15th of 2017. I am tired of reading about exotic hookups of white women in travel groups on Facebook. By the way, do y'all know about those travel groups on Facebook? Y'all know about that? Those girl trips, they all connect and they meet. They get discount plane tickets because you grow as a group. And you know, if you ain't got much money, and if it's 10 of y'all and all y'all put together $100, you know, 200, 500, whatever, y'all can get a whole villa and stay down there for 5 days or whatever. And your intentions might be cool, but you might have 4 or 5 chicks in the group like, nah, I'm going down there and get my buns beat in.
Fucking bullshit!
As soon as they get off the plane, they meet Pierre in France.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Yup, right in your mouth. I'm telling you, I seen it. So they've been getting together and going on sexcapades. Out here, they had ski trips. The buses will be leaving from Harlem. You know what I'm saying? 3 charter buses driving up somewhere. Ski trip, they ain't skiing. You go up there, it's a nice little resort. You got yourself a room. You share it with one of your partners. Growth, what up, man? My brother Kofi in the house. And you run around there and find girls and you hook up for the weekend. Cats is hooking up on a bus. I've seen pictures, everything. I'm like, ski trips. By the time they were doing that, I was like past my, you know, I was past it. I was like, man, look, I was already married. I'm like, hey, come on. But for the men to go up there and freak off, they're freaking off with who? The women. But what this woman is talking about, these Facebook groups. Exactly. They ain't skiing, they're skeeting. They're skeet shooting. That's what they're doing. You know, skeet shooting. Mark Wunderlich, Utah in the building. So let us read. Let's be honest, they are just writing about another form of sex tourism. Like most other subjects in the travel blogging space, white women escapades through the colored world dominated the conversation. They are female face of sex tourism. The white women of a certain age, or the overweight and white 20-something who runs off to Jamaica or Zanzibar in search of some attention of a well-fit young black man. Don't sleep sisters are doing it too. To be clear, this article is not about the women and children who are victims of sex trafficking. It is about men. It is about men who by choice or necessity sell their time and bodies to tourists of women of all colors, shapes, and ages. So now, what you guys don't know is that these women go to these countries, and not all of those men that are being solicited, because these women are paying money, by the way. Not all of these men that are being solicited are even legal. It's a 6'5", 16-year-old out there. You don't even know his age. But if you're paying him $300, yes, salute. If you're paying him $300, he ain't gonna say nothing. But the passport bros are the pedos, right? I've seen pictures of a woman well into her 50s but she got a wig on. And she a little thick or whatever. And she grinding up on some tall, skinny West Indian dude, some yardie. And I'm like, wow, boxing MMA, salute. I'm like, wow, that's what we doing, Grandma? Yeah, and guess what? She's retired. Husband's at home. He probably having a problem, diabetes, can't get it up, or whatever his case is. I don't know. Maybe they have an agreement. I don't know. But she's down there with friends, probably with relatives. And she's getting her whole spine placed in alignment. This has been going on for years. How Stella got her groove back is an ongoing concept. It's been around before the movie, before she wrote the book. This has been happening. It's called sex tourism. The white women come from Europe and go to spots in Africa. Y'all know that. But the passport bros, right? Right. What these women are doing predates the passport bros. This has been going on since the 70s. And then what happened? Later on, black women figured out, hey man, we ain't got to stay in the hood. We make a little money. A trip to Jamaica, it's only what, $2,000? We could save up, tax time. They get on the plane and they're in Kingston running around with Dexter St. Jock and his brother and his friend, and they all playing soccer and they socking her. That's a bar. They playing soccer and they socking it to her. That's a bar. Let's look at this article. Do you prefer calling it beach fling, vacation romance, sexcapade, or close encounter of the third world kind? Female sex tourism is on the rise, especially with the women-dominated international black travel movement. You hear that? I'll read that again. Female sex tourism is on the rise, especially with the women-dominated international black travel movement. A Roll in the Sand with Dexter St. Jock. I swear to God, I didn't read this. Look, Dexter St. Jock right there. To get you over the recent heartbreak and that 5-day vacation hookup both fall within the sex tourism spectrum. I am not judging anyone's choices. Now you see, she's saying she's not judging anyone's choices. But these women ripping the passport bros, you see the difference is she's calling out the women going down there for hookups with these black women are claiming the passport bros are doing. They're not, they're looking for wives. But for years, these women have been going to other countries to hook up. This is not new. This predates the passport bros. The passport bros are looking for a committed relationship because they can't find it where they're at. People judging the people off for themselves. I am not judging anyone's choices. Own your sexuality, but I do hope that if this is your choice, you do it safely with female condoms widely available and the ability to put them on in up to 8 hours before intercourse. Wow. That tipsy trip back to your cabana after a little wind me up, wind me should be safe for your terms or whatever, man. All right. Let's see, read full article. Well, you know what? Let's talk about it, man. Read this right here. Women enjoy casual sex and prostitution too, but with far more hypocrisy. Let's highlight that. Women enjoy casual sex and prostitution too, but with far more hypocrisy. They help themselves to men in the developing world, kidding themselves that it's a holiday romance, that it has nothing to do with the money they spend. You hear this? You see that? Y'all see this, right? They trying to put a little romantic spin on it, make it okay. I'm only here for 5 days. I ain't gonna see this nigga again. Can you imagine the STDs brought home? Can you imagine the, oh my God, the whole month later, I ain't seen my period. Gotta get my stomach pumped. The sense of disease control and prevention. Definition of sex tourism starts out as travel planned specifically for the purpose of sex. Okay, that may not be the purpose of your trip. Maybe it is diving, shopping, hiking, or tanning. And the romance just crept in there. Women engaging in holiday affairs often desire something which lasts longer than the cash exchange for sex. Perhaps this is why female and especially women of color sex tourists do not receive as much media attention as their male, white, in Asia, and black in Brazil counterparts. You see what I'm saying? Female sex tourism hasn't received much attention in the media as male sex tourism, perhaps because it's seen as harmless. Mansa Musa, salute. A woman wrote that, y'all. There are sisters that are putting these other women on blast. So when I hear things about the patriarchy and everything is one-sided, and if I can't do it, if a woman says, why does a man get to do it and I can't do it? I love it when, Calvin, what up? I love it. I love it when a woman says that. Because I systematically destroy them. Why is it that when a woman sleeps with an excessive amount of men, she's a whore, but when a man does it, he's considered the man? No, he's a whore. Everybody in this chat knew a male whore. He's a whore. But I didn't make the rules. But he's a whore. But here's the funny part. As whorish as he was, I would say 90%, 95% of the women he dealt with, he wasn't committed to. They knew that he was sleeping with other women, and they proceeded to still sleep with him. But never mind that. My question to those women is, why are you justifying your promiscuous behavior by comparing yourself to the biggest hoe, the biggest man whore that you could think of? Why are you doing that? Curious. Why are you doing that? Young lady, why are you doing that? Do you want to be a whore? Because that dude's a whore. All the whore-ass dudes that I knew growing up, I'm like, yo, nigga, look. It's not cute. AIDS is still a relevant thing. I hope you're strapping up, dude, because, that would suck seeing you in the hospital. Why would you want to be that guy? Why do you want to be, if you think, and that goes to show you that these young ladies don't know guys. You go to the worst possible example of a man to try and make your point. It's the dumbest thing you could think of. Picasso, salute. It's the dumbest justification. Look, if you want to smut out. But own it. And don't point the finger. That's what these girls have been doing. Sex tourism is a real thing, and it's been around for decades. So why all this dumping on the passport bros? I don't get it. No, I do get it. Because the fallback plans are the dudes leaving. The chubby little dude that you worked with. He was super nice to you, offered to take you out, and you went out about 5 or 6 times. He has no game. He didn't really know better. He thought you liked him. And then you hit him with the, you're like a brother. After like 10 dinners, then buying your lunch. Rashad, what up? He's buying your lunch, 10 dinners. And then when he goes in for the kill, because it took him all year long, you say, oh, I'm sorry. I like you like a brother. Wow. And now he got to see you every day. But, and mind you, the whole time he's taking you out and being nice to you, you're getting your back rearranged by a dude that does not deserve it. I promise you. I promise you. You know why? Because if that dude was treating you correctly, you wouldn't even entertain the chubby little dude at your job that liked you. You wouldn't even entertain it. Tim, what up? That's right, Shawa. It's cold-blooded. That's what I'm telling you. Some of these women are wrong. These women, I'm telling you, there are guys that don't know any better. They really think that they're doing the gentlemanly thing. They're not using profane language. You know, they're talking to her. They're buying Starbucks. Can I take you to breakfast? Can I take you to lunch? Can I take you out to dinner? Let's just drive around the city. What do you like to do? And they're doing all the right things that their mother said for them to do. And then when they go shoot their shot, you know, I just don't want a relationship right now, you know. And you're like a brother to me. Let me tell you something. I can count on one freaking hand how many times I took my sister out to eat. Oh, Rico, you was there for some of them. If y'all don't know, this is my guy in real life. He was here for a lot of the shit I tell you, he was there for. Yes. Absolutely. Look at that. You learn hard. Sometimes the best lesson in the world is experience. You gotta go through it, but how you handle it. You can fail, but you gotta fail forward. I told y'all all the time, you know, Shorty patted me on the top of my head and said, nah, I like you like a brother. I wanted to headbutt her. I was like, what? What? Bought a lunch and, you know, it wasn't much. You know, we were still in high school, you know. I paid for the McDonald's. I paid for the movies. I paid for the popcorn and, you know, just being nice. I didn't have nothing. But she exhausted all my resources. And I told y'all about the other chick. When I got a little older, was driving around, big old ass. I invited her out 2 times. And then I already got the picture of what it was. Then she called me up, yo, what you doing? What you doing next Saturday? Nothing. Wanna go bowling? I told y'all this story. I said, yeah, sure. Went, picked her up. We in the bowling alley. I paid for the lane, whatever. And then we had some finger snacks or whatever. Lady came with the bill. I put $5 on there. I just ordered a soda and a hot dog. And I got my shit and walked out. She's standing there looking. Yeah, pay for your own shit. She came out and all of a sudden she wanted to be quiet. What are you quiet for? She didn't even hold my hand, no kisses, nothing. She wasn't digging me, but she liked hanging out because I was paying. I said, okay. Cut it off. Ended up fucking her friend anyway.
Whoa!
Take that!
I don't play games. I generated more compliance being an absolute nightmare. And it sucked that I had to be like that. Because you know why? When I stood on my square, they respected me. When I was Mr. Hey, can I come get you and take you out? And can you want to go somewhere? And nope. Nope. No. Nope. Absolutely. How many... Bro, we know. Yep. Exactly, 502 King. That's right. Philip D says, nice guys have memories like elephants. We don't forget the heartbreak. And getting played is like a newborn chump. Bro, And you see, those shorties, it's like nothing to them. To us, it's everything. And the things that's done to us, yo, dude, let me tell you, man. Listen, I didn't get done. I've heard some bad stories, but I've also been in a situation where I know better, and I've listened to chicks tell stories. I listen to chicks. I used to be around chicks just to listen to shit. And I heard some of the craziest stories, and I'm just sitting there like, yo, this is how supervillains are born. Why y'all doing that to that dude? And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. And then the bad part is you will see, y'all remember I was listening to these chicks talk so much trash, and then dude they were talking about, he just walked up. Hey, yo, what up, y'all? And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. It's like, you know what it's like? It was like watching a movie. Y'all in the theater, you know, we black. We've been in the theater, they caught the last show. You don't remember anything that's going on. You can't hear the movie. Everyone's talking. It's a horror movie. And everyone's in there. Don't go in the room. Don't go in the room. Yo, dude walked up. I was like, oh my God, dude, leave. They were just here talking about you for 3 hours. I know everything about you. I know about your bedroom problems. Your feet stink. A lot of personal stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, oh my God. And then he just walked up. And I said, oh shit, that gotta be him. Because they described his walk. I said, oh man. Exactly, Kofa. I felt bad. He walked. I said, oh shit. I learned not to award bad behavior. Because sometimes in that, you know, sometimes, and listen, if it don't apply, let it fly. I'm gonna say it one more time. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. But some of these women, you got to treat them like fucking children. Look at these laws. They're like children. They have to be told to tone down on the deletions. They're arguing, yo, it's my right. I can have 1,000 deletions in 1 year if I want to. Why would you want that? From 1965 till current, Black women have had over 20 million deletions. And I don't care for what. They've had them. And then we wonder why the black family is not as strong as it's supposed to be. Y'all accepted Uncle Sam as your new zaddy. And y'all, with all this freedom, these are the things you're doing. And it's like amazing. And now these brothers are leaving the country and y'all shaming them. But come to find out, sex tourism amongst these women, it's old news. The passport bros are not only black men, it's men, period. And they're not only from America. There's dudes from the UK saying, I can't take this. The black brothers in the UK are going through the same ish that we going through over here. I'm saying we because I'm an advocate for men. I'm lucky. Remember that. But I still got family and friends that are coming up in their own. They're asking me questions like, yo, I'm dealing with this. I'm like, hold on. Don't deal with that. What do you mean you're dealing with it? How about this? When she calls, don't answer. That's what you do. Talk to her when you see her face to face. Things get lost in translation when you text. How many times you text someone and they took what you said wrong? The first time Blue Blood ever texted me, it was in caps. And I'm reading it like, why is he screaming at me? When you type in caps, you know that means you're screaming. So I'm reading it and I said, he can't be screaming at me. And I text him back. But when I saw him, he said, yo, I type everything in caps. I said, oh, I said, yeah. I was like, what happened to you? I was reading it like, oh. How many times, fellas, have you texted a woman and she took everything you said wrong? So I told my cousin to say, how about this? Don't ever text her again. Don't call her. Don't call her. You talk to her face to face when you see her in passing. Do not. When she texts you, keep it short. Where you at? chilling in the house. I'm not moving. That's what you say to her. I don't care if you want to move. Go do something, but do it without her. What you doing later? I'm chilling. I got work to do. Whatever it is you're doing, you have a hobby. And that's another thing. Men have hobbies. We have hobbies. That's what Bear Cave Entertainment is about. I have hobbies. I still play video games. I draw. I do shit. Omega Red, salute. I do shit. I don't... Look, my wife is not my entertainment. And guess what? I'm not for her entertainment. I got shit to do. She has hobbies. I have hobbies. I was just fine until any of these women came along. In fact, can I keep 100% trill with y'all? Getting in a woman disrupted my whole shit. I'd probably be a millionaire by now. Coochie can ruin your whole... I'm telling you. That's why you have to wait till it's a dang father salute. That's why you got to wait till a certain age before you start dealing with women. Your OGs and your parents, they tell you that, Johnny Q, salute. They tell you that for a reason, because you can't handle it. You find, brothers, how many times you saw a dude get his first piece of tail and he can't stop staring at his phone? G5 in the mother effing building, salute. Tail will make some dudes crazy that can't handle it. Give it to a kid that's underage, and this happened to some of us, and it's like, when you get that first nut, it can make it like lose it, like, oh, huh? Nope, don't do it. It's like that with girls too. He put his mouth on it and then knocked your head off. Now you following him around the school. Word up, growth. It's happened to a lot of brothers, man. It's happened to a lot of brothers. But like I said, we gotta fail forward, because that first heartbreak, you gotta make it. You gotta sit back and be like, oh, that's why that happened. Hit the gym, eat right. Don't be sitting in the house crying and boo-hooing, and stop that shit. If you're gonna do it, get it out, and then go run a lap around the greenway or something. Don't hate all women. It was just that bitch that did that. She cheated, cool. Cool. Go get tested. Hopefully you're clean and you're good. Whatever you caught her doing that made you leave, and by the way, when you leave, stay gone. Don't do that. Stay gone. Sex tourism. Did this fool at the Breakfast Club just say that his wife is going on a 3-week girls trip, a girls retreat? Bro. That nigga really did that? He really said that? When I read that, yeah, Omega, I did. Yeah, DJ Envy, Rod. Yeah. I said, this guy's marriage is over. You know what's happening now? Because I think he cheated on her back in the day. You know what's happening now? He's paying for it for the rest of his life. And he's illegally married to her. So whatever he parts from her, she's getting... This is New York? Oh, my God. She might get half and then spousal support. Man. He has cheating husband's guilt. He shouldn't even have said that on the air. I was like, yo. Listen, man. Let me be very, very, very clear. I don't care what he did to her. He shouldn't have to pay for that for the rest of his damn life. It's over with. But listen, sometimes you gotta pay people to listen. You gotta pay to keep her away. That might be the happiest thing in the world for him. He didn't need to share that with the audience. That's him. That's something he should be sharing with his marriage counselor or therapist. We didn't need to hear that. When I heard that, I said, she going for how? Not 2 days, not leaving on a Thursday, coming back on a Sunday. She's going for 3 weeks with some friends. And it's probably going to be somewhere where there's no snow. There's going to be blue water. I'm telling you right now. There's no way my wife could say, yo, guess what? I'm going on a 3-week girls retreat. This is going to be my face. What are you retreating from? You got it good here. What you retreating from? And who are you going with? Because I know her circle. Who are you going with? And she can't run off no names that I don't know. Well, bottom line, she's not going. 3 weeks? Not going. You can't tell me what to do. Well, guess what? I am. Now I dare you to go. Now I dare you to go. I ain't gonna say what I do, but I dare you to go. I'm not a physical person. I'm not gonna get physical. But I dare you to go. Because it's gonna be party time when you come back. We don't play those games. We don't play those games. 3 weeks? 3 weeks? This nigga saying he's making sandwiches, and I was like, oh, bro. 3 weeks, that's a vacation. That's not a retreat, man. 3 weeks? For those of you that are married or in relationships where you live with someone, it's weird when you have to leave for a week and be away from your significant other. It still feels weird. I don't care if y'all fighting. It feels weird, especially when there's kids involved. 3 weeks? Bugging. I don't know what they got going on. But that was some like silly shit, man. Philip D says, DJ Envy is the same clown that went after brother Kevin Samuels. She also said she faked the orgasms for 20 years. And you see, Simp 101, man. When I heard the fake it, I don't care. A lot of these dudes attack Kevin Samuels and they're all silly. Because what happens is you come for Kevin, people start they go to Google, and then these dudes always had said something in the past that contradicts what they say now. It always happens. 20 years, you faking an orgasm? And she's going on a girls' retreat for 3 weeks. She obviously knows what an orgasm is. Who in this chat would take marital advice from DJ Envy? That's a real question. And I'm glad we brought up DJ Envy's wife, because we're talking about sex tourism amongst women. It predates the Passport Bros. And let me ask you a question. How many of those women that are attacking the Passport Bros are going to say something about DJ Envy's wife? Thank you, Shawa. But see, Shawa, you're a real woman. You know, Diana, love is the word. Real woman. Shona gives me a headache sometimes, but, you know, salute to her. She's a pain in the ass, but you salute to her. 3 weeks. It's a long time. Who the hell would take marital advice from DJ Envy, a guy that's allowing his wife to go away on a girls' retreat for 3 weeks, leave him working a full-time job but making the sandwiches in the morning for the kids? All right? And for 20 years, didn't know his wife was faking a freaking orgasm. That's the guy you want to listen to? That's the guy that has something to say about The Godfather? Kev, what you got on that?
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
When that came out, that would have been one of his shows. I promise you. Billy's brother said I would. I don't know, man. I mean, this is ridiculous. How would you, bro? I promise you, she was knocking something else down. He just wasn't Billy, he said I would, and then do the opposite. That's dope. Ladies, love is a word. Shower. Let me ask y'all a question. I'm not asking exactly G5. Not going for it. Hell no. I'm not asking if y'all have gone through this, but question. In the event that you was dealing with a man prior to y'all relation, I don't know if y'all in relate. I know Sha was married, but just, feel me on this. If he wasn't hitting the spot, and this is a nice guy, all right? Money's together. Job, the career's together. But he's just not, out of 100%, he's only about 45% in that bedroom. But it's tolerable. You like what you see when he's undressed, and he's average size, but he's just not hitting the spot. Do you communicate that with him, or do you just not say anything for 20 fucking years? I'd say communicating. You're in a relationship, right? You communicating. Communicating. You dig? That's what a relationship is. When something's not working, you say something. 20 years? Listen, you know why a lot of black women leave relationships nowadays? You know why the divorce rate is so high? And you know they've left relationships because of bad sex? I'm not kidding. Let me get this straight. Everything else is fine. Everything is fine. But because he ain't hitting that spot, you want to leave your whole marriage? Let me see. Everything was fine, so you married him for the greater good. But then, like 5 years in, 6 years in, 10 years in, it's like, I can't do it no more. He's not big enough, or he don't do this and he don't do that. Leave the whole marriage? I'm not kidding. That's a real thing. I didn't check the numbers on that. But I find that I'm like, man, these sisters really doing that? Yes, I agree with you totally. It's not that deep. It's something you could fix. I've heard of people getting in relationships because they slept with each other within the first 48 hours, and it was like mind-blowing. And then after a while, somebody got lazy, whether it was the man or the woman. Somebody got lazy and they ditched the whole relationship. Then I've heard people that got together and, standoffish, and it wasn't good, but it's gotten better over the years. But either way, they talked about it. But you got these sisters leaving because of bad sex. these are the things that Kevin Samuels used to talk about. Say, well, look, okay, you want to leave your marriage because of bad sex. I hope your retirement is in order. I saw a video today, and salute to O'Shea Duke Jackson. He shared a video where it is becoming very dangerous for people to be single in this day and age. We're in an era right now where we're gonna have to be with each other in order to survive. They're doing studies right now where married couples are living better than single people. It is expensive to be single and on your own. So all that independent woman shit, it's not working out now. It's not working out. Big Texas in the building. It's not a good look. And right now, there's numbers being performed right now. They're showing like, yo, look. Yo, didn't I do the show about what's going on in Korea? These single women are a problem. You know why? When they get older, they're aging out, they're single. Who's taking care of these people? Who's taking care of these old women? And the generation behind them, because the feminism is over there now too. I can do it on my own. And then when you're getting old, the jobs that they have, and I did a video on this. I did a live stream about this. The jobs that they have are not contributing to what's needed in society. We need buildings. We need farming. We need more cars. We need to get this assembly line going. We don't need you with a degree in sociology. It sounds cute, but damn, we don't need that. These degrees ain't worth anything. We're going through the same thing here. We're suffering and y'all don't even see it. This is why we said feminism is so dangerous. Who's gonna run this country when the men are gone? Or when they're here part-time? And that's what I'm saying. This is gonna be a two-part, because Filipino women also mentioned they love us for our genetics. She said that. I said, oh shit. And you know what she mentioned? She said singing, dancing, basketball, and my favorite, boxing. She said that. I have the audio. I said, oh shit. What we're learning is that these women abroad, they're appreciating us. And these Black American women have declared war on them. And they're clapping back. And you know what else? It's not only Asia, the Philippines. These Black sisters in Africa and these countries, they're now clapping back. They're now clapping back. That's why I told these brothers, man, these TikTok videos are about to come out and they're going to start attacking these Black women. Do not fire on these Filipinas, these Thailand girls, these African sisters. They're women fighting. Brothers, stay out of that. Stay away from it. I don't care how it makes you feel. Don't get on, what does Dennis Brown call it? Your queen, mother, God, simp chip. Rip it out your ear, throw it on the floor, and step on it. Do not get involved in that. They started it. I'm talking about the sisters here. They started that shit. They started it. Stay out of it, man. It was cool when they attacked the men for leaving. Well, it's not cool, but The black men, the passport brothers, were perfectly fine defending their position. But you saw how they kept it up. They had that one sister on Fox News degrading passport bros. And then upon further investigation, she's a single mother to a 9-year-old with her OnlyFans.
Whoa! What?
So there goes that. And she's a poet. Get out of here, man. And wonder why motherfuckers is leaving the country. For love. So these black men are going to these other countries looking for wives. And they painted them with a broad brush. They said, nah, they're going down there for prostitutes and they ain't got no game and they hate their mothers and they're fighting gayness and, you know, they can't handle no strong black woman. That's not it. Everything you talking is why they're leaving. But they messed up when they tried to get the other, they tried to get the law involved over there. You got a bunch of pedophiles coming to your country. They're like, no. But not for nothing, you didn't do that to the white men who have specifically, they've been going down to these countries for their sex capades for years. You never called the police on them. It's like you want to come down on black men when they want to make a move. That's what they're doing. And then we look and say, wait a minute, sex tourism. Y'all been doing that for years. Hostella got a groove back. There's videos out right now with women getting scrubs down in Jamaica on a bamboo raft. Shorty arced her back and put her ass in dude's face and he was slapping it and putting all the oil on it. I bet you she got a man at home. You can't tell me she don't. Girls trip, right? 3 weeks, right? DJ Envy? Fine, bro. Fine. You like it? I love it. But as soon as the man that's worth a damn, that you exhausted his resources, but you thought he was going to be around, after you're done playing from 18 to 35, you thought he'd be around? Nope. Now he got a passport to say, hey, let me see what's going on over there. Yeah, that's right, Mr. Shelton. Hamburger cheese. Exactly. Yeah. You got a man at home. Why y'all here with your thong on and throwing your ass in the St. Peter's face? Hamburger cheese. Come on, man. Come on, man. I know what time it is. Chris, what up, man? Let me see what Uncle D got. I fucks with Dennis Sperling. Let's see what that is. Let me read this to y'all, man. Somebody wrote this in Dennis Sperling's community page. And salute to Dennis Sperling, man. He's that guy. Dennis, you aren't lying at all about what these lovely ladies are doing. I was 13 years old when I met a black American woman on my way from school. She asked me for directions to get to the clock in Ocho Rios. I pointed her in the direction and we started talking about her visit and if she's enjoying Jamaica. One thing led to the next, and she offered me $100 to have sex with her. If you think that's bad, I've got friends with horror stories of encounters with these lovely ladies in Jamaica. Let me tell you something. EJ, what up? I went to school with a bunch of Jamaicans. And the things they used to tell us when I was in high school was unbelievable. Looking back, they were not lying. They were not lying. They were not, I mean, off the boat. I went to school with cats that were off the boat they were in Jamaica the year before they came to school. I'm not kidding. The stuff they told us, I'm like, yo, what?
What?
$13. Okay? No shame. In another country, $100. That goes a long way in Jamaica. Especially for a 13-year-old. But the passport bros, though, right? They've been doing that for decades. Did we try and call the embassy in Jamaica and say, look, you got some black American chicks coming down there and they're going to be shit? You know what they're going to tell us? No, man, they contribute to the economy. They come down there and spend their money. They ain't going to bother them. So my thing is this, even if the men go to Jamaica or DR or, the U.S. Virgin Islands, so what? If they're going down there for that and they're spending money for that, that's their business. But it triggered them where the lames went down there and they're coming back with wives. I don't know any of those women from America that went down to Jamaica or anywhere in Africa and came back with a husband. I'm sure there's maybe one or two, but that's not the majority. They go down there to get their backs knocked out. That's what it is. But they want to call Brazil. Watch out, you got some pedos coming. I'm telling you, these men can't have anything. But what's happening now is they messed up. See, we were dealing with that, and right off the hill. Remember I said time reveals all truth? Because they were attacking the passport bros. Although sex tourism amongst women predates the passport bros. But while they were at it, they insulted the women in the countries they were visiting. Africa, in the Philippines, in Thailand. And right now as we speak, I'm not on TikTok. I've been debating shit. I get a TikTok account just to snoop. Because there's some Filipinas that are firing crazy shots at them. I mean, it's bad. And if you don't know what's going on and you see it, you might get offended. But I'm telling you, brothers, stay out of it. Do not attack the Filipino women for clapping back at the black women in this country. Stay out of it. They did that because in two of the videos, two different Filipinas said, I'm not talking about all of them. I'm talking about the hyenas. The ones that got everything to say about us. And how many of those videos have we been seeing for the past 3 or 4 or 5 months? The black sisters with the funny color hair. The chick with box braids and the bullfrog neck with the lazy eye. I don't know why the passport brothers don't nobody want them and they're going down there because women can't think for themselves. I'm like, oh shit. Who is she mad at? Everybody, because no one's staying here for that. What the hell? Shit was bad. Shorty's sitting in her car. I'm like, oh man, what's wrong with her? Brothers, stay out of it. Stay out of it. Just enjoy the smoke because they started. Do not turn that simp ship on. That's what Dennis Sperling calls it, right? Do not turn the simp ship on. Yank it out the back of your head. Don't get involved. Popeye and olive oil. Because right off the heels of this, they're going to turn around and they're going to be like, oh, they're saying this and saying that. And you see, the black men aren't protecting us. No, you told us don't leave you alone and you'll take dinner in the movie, but I can't even hold your hand and you're not ready for no relationship, but you fucking 39 years old. How many brothers was running around in the 90s and thought that every chick, it was like common for them to have babies and you had to deal? How many of y'all at one point in your life thought that you had to deal with the woman that had a child? It was getting like that in the 90s for me. I was like, man, every chick I met has a goddamn baby. Does anybody not have a child? 2000, I met my wife. Childless. Read books. Peace, Kofa. Salute. See? So, this is what happened. And never forget the timeline, y'all, because this is going to get uglier. They're going to turn it into those foreign women attacking black women. They're going to focus on the Philippines. They're going to focus on Thailand, the Asians, clapping at them. And they're going to try and make this a race thing. And I'm telling you guys, do not buy into it. They are clapping back. They didn't say anything. All they said was, your men are leaving, we welcome them. That's all they said. And the shit started when those black women from the UK and in America started saying that the men are going down there because the women are uneducated, they barely speak English, they ain't got no clothes, like it's a third world country, but like they ain't got no internet. Well, they showed you that some of those countries make our phones. Made in Taiwan, come on now. They make our clothing, some of them. And they got wind of that and they said, oh. Shorty got on there saying, yo, look, we are in school just like you. We have a high graduate rate just like you. The difference is we are agreeable. You're not. The difference is our men are not running to the States to bring you back here. These black women have successfully chased black men out of the country. The matriarchy. I told y'all. And what are these sisters in this country going to do when they're 50? I hope you have a good retirement plan. I told y'all what's happening in Korea. Check my shows. Everything I've talked about, look at what's happening. When I said, yo, we got to make a deal. Remember when I did that show? I said, yo, we got to make a deal. How do we fix this? Because we're going to need each other. Did I not say that? Shawa, did I not say that? I did a whole show. Let's make a deal. Because we failing. We're going to need each other. I just was referred to this other YouTube channel. Dude was talking about, yo, it's expensive to be single. You can't do it. Married couples are having a better time, easier way to go than single people as they get age out. So I had a show. Before I even saw that article, that video today, I had a show. We got to make a deal. We got to fix this. We failing. Does it fall on deaf ears? I don't know. Y'all heard me. Do y'all understand now why I said the passport bros situation was a problem? Not that they're a problem because they're bad and they shouldn't be leaving. No. That's not what I meant. I meant the fact that these brothers feel that they can't find a black queen here. That's the problem. And did y'all ever stop to ask them, what is your problem with black women? What's going on with y'all? And just listen to what they say? No. Now y'all see why I had a problem? When I said, yo, that's the problem and we need to have an understanding about why they're leaving. And Queen and Shauna was quick to say, bye. They're lame. And, you know, if they want to leave, no, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. The answer is, wait a minute, brothers, why y'all leaving? What's going on? That's the time you ask who hurt you. That's when you ask, because they're leaving for a reason. That's when you ask, what happened with you? What happened? Everybody gets hurt in a relationship, but no. Then you'll sit down and say, okay, well, look, man, I make $98,000 a year. That's a lot of money in this day and age. Okay, well, go on. Yeah, I've been on several dates. All of these women had kids. And all these women insulted me. How they insult you? Well, I said, well, I would like to date a woman that doesn't have kids. And she told me I hated my mother and I hated black women and I'm gay and all this other ridiculous shit. She attacked me. She sat at the damn table and told me she had 2 kids from 2 different dudes, and she said her kids come first. What makes me want to sign up for that? These black women on some take it or leave it shit. So they're leaving it, and they're leaving the country, and it's a problem. And when I got up here and I said, we got to fix this. But here's the deal. Again, I just asked, would you take marital advice from DJ Envy? No man in here said yes. would you take relationship advice from a single woman, let alone an older single woman? No. So I'm not saying all, but most single women want to keep it single. They don't tell younger women how they need a man and how it's more beneficial with the right man. They will tell you all the horror stories that they had all 50 years of their life and scare the shit out of the fucking 21-year-old. A smart 21-year-old to say, yo, look, yeah, dearly noted. I'm reading right between the lines. You're single, you got cats, you got dogs, and you're going out and doing everything and turning up and all this other weird shit. Don't want to be like you. End of discussion. Does this make sense now? Do all of my shows make sense now? Was I bullying? Or was I giving you these warning shots? Did I not tell you that this was going to be a problem? So now the next step in the shit is I'm talking to the men now. There's going to be a lot of stuff on social media. Don't play into the racist stuff. Do not let these women tell you that these Asian ladies are attacking them racially. I'm telling you, James, what up? I'm telling you right now, they started. We were here for the whole thing. Y'all remember Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao? Y'all remember when we was like, hey man, make the fight? He throws 1,000,000 punches in the round. Floyd got the best defense, make the fight. And what happened when we got online? The racist Filipinos started calling us all kinds of niggas. I was here for the whole thing, y'all. I was like, what? Why I gotta be all that? I didn't have my face attached to the channel. I said, what the hell? Why I gotta be all that? What I do? I was just getting my feet wet on social media. I said, damn, it's like that? I didn't know they were that racist. Just a handful of them, handful of cowards on social media. But I had to learn that. When you talk to certain Filipino fans, they're like, no, because black people said that. No. We didn't say nothing. Y'all started it. We were here for it. We were here for the whole damn thing. Don't try and turn this around. So here we have another situation. And I'm telling you brothers, and I'm telling you sisters, don't jump in the fire. Don't go sticking up for them. It might hurt you to hear some Filipina get on here and start talking about a sister hair and their wigs and how they're overweight. It might hurt you. I'm telling you to ignore it because they're clapping back. How would you feel if somebody said, yeah, man, you in America and you in the hood and you got crack babies and all this other stuff? It's going to hurt you, right? And the only reason why they're mad is because the men from their country is coming for whatever reason to find you. And they have a preconceived notion. Don't I always ask? Wasn't I just asking? I've been asking this the last couple of shows. Go out this country and ask anybody, what do you think of African Americans, Black Americans? And just listen to what they say about us. What do you think about Black American women? Loudmouths, tough, talk a lot, masculine. That's what they say. I've heard it. So I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, stay out of that. Stay out of that. They asked for this. They started it. I'm talking about the Black American women, the UK women too. Because when they ask them about the passport brothers, they take a deep breath and they start attacking the boys first, and then they start going on about the women that they're selecting, as if all the women down there wear grass around their waist. And they're all young with no bras on because they have no technology over there, and they got mud roofs and all kinds of weird shit and stray dogs running around. Like they don't have cities, like they don't have running water. Like they aren't rich people in their country. Stay out of it. Do not get involved. Take every video. Edgar, what up? Take every video and send it to me. I'm gonna use it as ammunition. Funny as hell. These chicks played themselves. The passport bros, they were doing their best. They were defending themselves, and they're doing their best to ignore it. But then they started insulting those women, and those women are clapping back at them. Even the African women. I heard there's some movement called the no BBL, and those thick sisters down there from the Ivory Coast and Ghana and Nigeria that are naturally built like that, they're clowning these African American chicks and these UK chicks. They're clowning them. Stay out of it. So, man, but I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, Friday. And I'm gonna start playing audio from what the Filipinas said. I'm gonna try and find some audio that the African ladies were saying. And we'll discuss it, man. But salute to everybody. Venmo, Zelle, Cash App. How many subs we got now? We're up to 787. It's a slow cook, man. I'm telling you, we're gonna be at a stack by the spring. But I like it here, man. You already know what time it is, man. It's Painful Excellence Podcast, man. Salute to y'all, man. Much love and appreciation. And I see y'all in the AM. Catch y'all on the rebound.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.